What's going on, GT? Welcome to TLG-GT live every Tuesday at 12 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. I'm SVP Aaron Guetterman, and we put on about a 30 to 45 minute show every week, just going over different training topics, motivation, education, edification, and team association. That's what a meeting's for. That's why we do these meetings week in and week out and get the team together, celebrate the top 10, celebrate the top 5, and have them train on the back end of this call. That's what it's all about, and we love have fun doing it. So welcome to this show. If you've been plugging in for the first time, it's important that you plug in week in and week out. Also, you can always access the additional shows, the past shows that we've always done. If you go into the YouTube channel, you can click on live and it'll show all the live shows that we've ever done for the last, I think we've been going for about 4 or 5 months strong now. So y'all plug in, man. Plug into these shows. There's so much content, so much stuff to learn from people who have been on the show, interviews that we've done, training topics we went through, and always from the top 5 giving their professional input. So y'all plug in, do some studying on your non-IPA, on your non-income producing time. That's how you level up. That's how you level up in this business. So welcome. We're in the last week of September. And if it's important to you to gain momentum into next month, whatever your goals were for this month, at the beginning of the month, it's a practice of ours to write down our goals, white sheet, and for the leaders to set expectations for their agents for the beginning of the month. And it's up to you to rise or fall to the expectations set forth. And a lot of times, man, we are extremely conservative when it comes to the expectations that we set. And sometimes we set a bar high for an agent because we believe in them. Sometimes we just set the first goal so you can start gaining traction and momentum into achieving your long-term success with TLG. And we understand that. We get that, man. But if you were given expectations at the beginning of the month and you're this close to the finish line, you've got till Friday. You push hard and run through that line and achieve your goal that you have for this month. But if you're looking for a record month in October, yesterday we were on TLG live, and Art, our CEO, he put out a goal for everyone to start getting momentum and to increase productivity, and to everybody to set out to maximize their efforts and absolutely crush their records for October. Years and years, we've always called it Rocktober because we know it's the beginning of the fourth quarter, and more insurance is sold in the fourth quarter than any time of the year. People are thinking about their families. They're starting to get into a money spending mood, and they want to make sure they're serving and protecting their own. And the insurance absolutely explodes in the fourth quarter. So you get to be a part of that. If you're just now joining us, hurry up, get through licensing, get through your training, and start getting to work, because the fourth quarter is always an explosion. But if you want to start gaining momentum into October, then you've got to start right now, because it's going to be one day after another of absolute crushing production. Believe it. All right. Fall boot camp, right over my shoulder here, also lies in October, October 25th. It's important, if you're already registered, to properly plan for this event, to make sure that you've got the time locked in and your productivity locked in before you come here to Raleigh. So if you've got any events planned or whatever, like this number one, this should be your event you're really planning on coming to, but your business shouldn't take any drops because of it. Obviously you're going to leave this event on absolute fire. From the association and the education, you're going to leave a new person, a new agent. Everyone always does. That's why our productivity goes up after every event. We do 2 events a year, strategically planned, right? So we do one in the winter, because usually what happens, productivity goes way up and it kinds of drop off a little bit right there. And then we have an event goes way up and it drops off a little bit. Now it's time for another one. So we know it's getting ready to happen. People are like, well, why does it happen like that? Because people get excited, man. People get excited from the energy that's set off from these events. And I'm telling you, get your plans and registration in if you know about it. See, we're now a month out. If you know about it And you can plan to attend it. But if you fail to plan it, like guys, if you put off the plans, then you need more discipline in your life. It's like we started promoting this thing early because we know that there'll be agents, close to the event that are like, okay, well, yeah, it's too close. I can't make it. I can't make plans that late in the game. Awesome. We've been promoting for 2 months. We're a month out. You can make plans a month out. So this is why we're throwing here. If you're watching this, you got no excuse. It's time to make plans. If you make the decision that you're not going, well, I'll be the first one to tell you that you're making a mistake. If success is what you want in your business, then you'll find a way to get there. If you're absolutely, you made a decision that you're not going to attend this one, you're making a mistake in your business. And that's just a flat out truth, man. I'll be the first one to tell you the truth. At all times, I'll be the first one to tell you the truth within all aspects of your business. Just ask me. All right. Top 10, week 3, September. We had some agents absolutely step it up for week 3 in September. The goal is to always achieve top 10 success, guys. If you want your name read out, if you want your name listed on this leaderboard, then you've got to work for it. You've got to put in the effort. You've got to put in the investment of time, energy, and money. And it is so simple to do here if you are consistent. If you're consistent with your dials, your sets, consistent with your try, fail, adjust cycles, and consistent with your communication and your connectivity into the business. It's all about engagement, man. If you guys are engaged in your business, if you're focused on your business will reward you. Number 10, Jessica Lopez, 2 apps for $2,636. Number 9, Latif Duncan, 5 apps for $3,157. Number 8, Jad Davis, 5 apps for $4,227. Number 7, Van Barnett, 2 apps, $4,898. Number 6, Jared Leifert, 5 apps for $5,084. Number 5, Nelson Alvarez, 5 apps for $5,209. Number 4, Noah Creech, newcomer. Noah Creech, 4 apps for $6,776. Congratulations, Noah. I look forward to see you in the top 10 week in and week out, bro. Number 3, Deidre Hughes, 4 apps for $6,973. Number 2, Lake Savage, Bella Vance, 5 apps for $8,183. And number 1, Danielle Leifert, 8 applications for $10,968 for the week of September. Week 3, September. Daniel popping out over 10,000 annual premium, crushing it, getting it. Proud of you, and absolutely getting it done. All right, before we go to our top 5, I want to talk to you guys about creating habits by forced discipline to be successful. A lot of you have heard the statement, act as if. Act as if until you become. And there's some truth to that. I'm not telling anyone to be fake, but make moves as if you already were a millionaire. Make moves as if you've already achieved the success. How would you treat people? How would you spend your money? How would you line things up? How would you talk about yourself? That's what act as if actually means. It's confidence level, competence levels, investment of time, energy, and money into your business. Act as if you've already achieved a massive amount of success, but you're looking for more. When you step into that act, it's forced habit, which means it's discipline. All right. To win, you must know how. To be a winner, you have to act like a winner. Here's 8 ways how. Number 1, they expect to win. By setting clear, achievable goals and relentlessly pursuing them as the chase becomes the reason, the center for their living. This is what we talk about, having goals every month. And if you're not in relentless pursuit where nothing can keep you from them, no distractions, no one, not how, no way. If you're in absolute relentless pursuit of your weekly and monthly and annual and 5-year goals, nothing's going to stop you from getting them. That's how you act like a winner. You have to learn to say no at times. If there's something always pulling you away from your business, whether it be an individual or a something, maybe a vice. I don't know. But if there's something that's constantly distracting you from success, you've got to recognize it and learn to say no and keep yourself clocked into your business to get to the success level that you desire to be at. Number 2, they don't whine. By never complaining about a setback and not searching for excuses of why something didn't happen for them. Always understand that things don't happen to people, they happen because of people. Things happen to you because of the choices that you make lined up to it. When we talk about this business, as far as success goes, there's variables involved. And we're in the people business. When it comes to sales, there's things that you can't control. Right? You can't control people hanging up on you to a degree. We're going to teach you objection handling techniques to try and get them to not to. We can add variables in there to soften that. But a certain percentage, no matter what, is going to. We can't control how other people's emotions, their anger, or their activities. But what you can control is your attitude and your activity. And if you stay in a positive mental mindset at all times, you're going to grow quicker, faster, stronger, better. And if you're constantly in a victim state or a whining mentality, you know what? There's no money there. And you're just halting, you're stuttering, you're stunting your own growth. And it's sometimes it's harder to say than do, but you have to learn how to control that aspect of this business and yourself. All right. Number 3, they find solutions. Just like we're a month out right now, a boot camp, and you should be there. You must be there. I'm telling you, it's a mistake if you're not there. Winners find solutions to get what they want. By finding opportunity in crisis and seeing gain in the pain, they constantly expand their comfort zone. They expand their comfort zone. What used to be here is now here as far as being comfortable. Josh was on the call yesterday and talking with top producers, talking to the whole team. And he's just like, it's just so easy now. He's really stretched his capability of how many appointments he runs per week, per month. And it's the game's gotten easier. It's kind of like, we can put a football analogy in this. The top quarterbacks in the league, that have been there for a while, they've had so many reps, done it so many times, and they're up against top talent. It hasn't changed, right? That you'll see other quarterbacks get taken down and they're dealing with the same things, as far as the defensive line and the offensive line breaking down and coming after them. But the top quarterbacks in the league still look cool, calm, collected. And they're just making the plays, man. They've got it memorized, and it's now just reactive. And this is what it means to constantly expand your comfort zone. It's going to get easier and easier as you continue to expand and grow in this business. But you have to be a solution-oriented person and not continuously break down when a barrier is set before you. There is no path to success that's easy. You're going to have to jump. You're going to have to shake and bake. You're going to have to move out the way. You're going to have to make moves and make decisions. The faster you make them, the better off it's going to be. That's what it's all about, to find solutions, man. And ask for guidance, ask for perspective, especially from those who have been there before. That's why this team works so well. You have an upline. All right. Number 4, they keep pressing forward by focusing with intention and connecting with their purpose, frees them from distracting thoughts. Man, that can go to a lot right there, right? It's the mindset, it's the decision, it's the habit to continue to press forward no matter what. You're going to have setbacks in business. That's the way business is. But if you stop moving, you've defeated yourself. If you continue to press forward, you're going to have favor. And that's what purpose is all about. If you continue to press forward, you can celebrate the small wins, and the small wins eventually become big wins. And, as an entrepreneur, you guys, it's always, like I said, it's a rough hill up. But when you look back, it's like, oh, well, it's not so bad. A couple years later, I've got a beautiful house. I've got brand new cars. I got money in the bank. And it's like, yeah, I just kept pressing forward. That's what being an entrepreneur is all about. Just don't quit. All right. Number 5, they set the bar high. That's your goal for yourself. And we talk about it often, right? Your goal should be run through, not just run to. If you guys are setting the bar high on yourself by betting on yourself daily and not settling on just good enough or complacency, they seek to surpass the expectation and achieve excellence. That is a massive trait. That is a massive mindset. That is an act of awe that shouldn't be taken lightly. You guys look to set obviously expectations are set, but you should have expectation of yourself and you should surpass it on a daily, monthly, annual, 5-year basis. It's important. Okay. Number 6, they are willing to pay the price by taking calculated steps to find greatness and outworking the competition through mundane tasks. We have a saying in this company that massive activity outweighs talent when talent don't work, right? You guys can outperform 90% of this company. Fact. If you don't take this thing with a lackluster effort, you can absolutely do it. There's agents that are doing it right now. You heard of Rachel DeLeo doing 7 hours of dialing. Josh Harris set off this massive path of his, who had a record month last month, is having a number 2 record this month. It's because that dude put in a 12-hour dial session and just went, booked like 15 appointments on one day sitting and just has been tackling ever since. See, when you set yourself in massive motion, you're expanding your blueprint, you're expanding your comfort zones, and it just becomes easier and easier and easier. So, guys, it's be willing to pay the price when it comes to your business. If you guys are putting in 40 hours for someone else to pay you and trade hours for dollars, whether it's 15 or 25 or hell, even 30, you can make $300, $400, $500 an hour here. You may not see it up front because you're getting the education. You're paying that price up front because you have to learn how to do it. But once you got it down, there is no limit to what you can do on a daily basis. Maybe there is because there's 24 hours. But if you want to build a business, there's literally no limit. You can hire as many people as you want to. And it's that type of effort and work ethic that will set you onto new places, new elevations. Okay. Number 7. They make everyone around them better by communicating effectively, leaving nothing to chance, and moving faster to create momentum within their group, your peers. This is why getting together with a group of entrepreneurs, like high-level entrepreneurs, this is why getting together with a group of high-level entrepreneurs is so important to your business. Association matters. And if you're at the top of your group and they're constantly bringing you down, that might be the stunt to your growth. If you're in a group and hanging around people that are constantly lifting you up, that will be the elevation to your success. Watch who you spend time with, and if you're mentally strong and you're able to say no, or you're able to always push people in the right direction, be you. That's what a leader does. All right. Number 8, they finish strong by doing little things well and embracing the countdown. Fourth quarter's coming up, man. Count it down. Count down the days for this week. Finish strong. Act as if. Put massive activity in. Don't let no one hold you back. You got Friday till midnight. Then it's time to get headstrong on your goals and put in daily activity. Quit playing around and start sticking into this game as much as you can. Clock in. You can have $20, $30, $40, $50,000 months. You can have income $200,000, $300,000, $400,000 if you want it. But you got to want it. You got to desire it. You got to go get it. Y'all listen to these top, by the way, this is not a beer. This is liquid death. This is a badass water. That's what that is. You got to want it. You got to put yourself in the game every single day. Go act as if and quit playing around in the sand and draw your line in the concrete. Plant your flag and get to your wins. Get to your skill level. Get to the levels that you know you can already achieve. Get to what you know you were put here for. The validation and examples are already here. You go be the example now. Go get it. Y'all stick around for the top 5.
Hey, GT. This is Vice President Nelson Alvarez from Syracuse, New York. I'm direct to Aaron Guetterman, who's Director Art Leaser, and I made it into the top 5 this week. I'm excited to share with you how I did 5,209 annual premium with 5 applications. My week started a little bit slow. I had to get my momentum going again, and I started dialing more. I want to give credit once again to the Tuesday live dials. Doing the dials on Tuesday with the group, with the team, it just makes it easier. The camaraderie, you don't feel you're alone, and it can help change your mindset. I scored, did some great appointments, scheduled great appointments for Wednesday, but while I was doing my appointments, I want to share one particular case I had. The gentleman was a live transfer. He came on board, told me immediately, didn't have a lot of time. He wanted to just get some numbers, get some quotes. He's shopping around. That would discourage the average person. What I did was I advised him that I was not just a salesman. I am an insurance advisor that was going to match him with the right carrier so we could complete the application. See, I went right to it and let him know that we were filling out an application, even though he said he was just shopping. And then I had already trained on how I would email the presentation when doing a telesale. But with this gentleman, being that he was in a rush and I knew my presentation had 9 slides, I screenshotted 3 slides, then the next 3 and the next 3. I fired them off to him while we were conversing. He was so impressed with the living benefits that he hadn't heard before, and seeing the picture of it, seeing the quotes and being given the options, and doing it as quickly as I did made all the difference in the world. That led to another sale right after. My Wednesday went phenomenal. I was able to catch my momentum again and finish off the week strong. We want no 0 weeks, so we have to start dialing early in the week to assure that we have enough dials in to score the appointments. But I got to tell you, having the tier 3 leads available to us and being able to do live transfers and game time leads, it makes all the difference in the world. So I'm going to recommend to everyone, level up as fast as you can. One sale being 3,000 can make your week. So with that, I'm done. I want to ask you all to do your best, finish out the month strong, and I look forward to seeing you all over the top.
Hey guys, my name is Noah Creech. I was hired by Aaron. I am from Eastern Kentucky, specifically Hazard. I spent most of my life in Menifee County, Moorhead, in Lexington, Kentucky. I went to school in Menifee County until I graduated at the age of 16, and I effectively went to the University of Kentucky on a governor's scholarship, which is one of the best you can get in Kentucky. And I finished University of Kentucky with a computer engineering degree at the age of 20. I made $6,776 on 4 applications this week. I did not work the first 2 weeks of this month, just contracting issues and getting everything sorted out, get ready to sell. A situation this week that I might have had to overcome with clients would be that there's a lot of times there's a lot of agents out there that people that scar people, that scorn people when they're trying to shove a product down their throat, or they're just trying to sell them and not serve them. You have to overcome that to let them understand that you're different. A lot of times you just introduce yourself and show them options to support them and their family, and not get upset or anything whenever you've been on the phone with them for an hour and they decide to wait on something. Or, of course, you still got to be a salesperson. You got to come up with ways to overcome objections, but it's in how you do it, the tone of voice you do it, and the way you act, and how you interpret yourself is what sets you apart. I don't know a specific training that I could say that I could relate that to, because I ain't been here very long, but I've been in the industry 2.5 years. So there's all kinds of things that help you overcome objections and to be more relatable instead of just being a salesperson. And I would say that's what helped me overcome some of the specific situations I was in this week, where people had had bad experiences with agents and things previously, or maybe one that wasn't as hands-on as I am, because all my clients know I'm very hands-on. If they need anything, they can call me anytime, any day, any hour. So anybody can do this. I feel like truly anybody that puts their mind to it, anybody that can just talk to somebody. The most important thing is to be able to, if you can walk into a restaurant, sit down at, say, the bar, and just have a random conversation with the person sitting next to you, I believe you can do this job. And the reason I say that is because you have to have the ability to speak to people without shyness, and you have to be able to speak to people in a common tone that makes them feel comfortable. People have to be comfortable around you to do this job, I feel like. But not only that, you can't be somebody that doesn't care about their outcome. You have to really truly listen, and you have to really truly try to tailor something to them. Let them understand like how specific you're making something for them. And I think sometimes that sets you apart. I think that anybody that puts the time in with this job and learns how to talk to people and how to sell something, like, so whenever I'm selling, the client's not buying the product per se, they're buying me. Me being relatable. I mean, I'm selling to people in Eastern Kentucky and Kentucky. I know what people expect of people around here, and I know, if you're talking to grandparents or something, you want to be relatable, reminding them of their grandson, or if you're talking to a mom that's 40, you want to remind her of her son or her daughter in the way that you do things. Just be very respectful and just try to figure out what the family truly needs, and give them products that seem to fit those needs. And a lot of times, once you do that and you be relatable, they'll buy you instead of just buying the product. So that's what I believe is, if you can sell them yourself, then they'll buy anything from you. And yeah, but that's me. Thanks.
What's up, TLG? This is Lake Savage Bellavance, direct to Nelson Alvarez, direct to Aaron Guetterman. Had a great last week. I wrote 6 applications for 8,183 AP to nail out second place. I guess the biggest tip that I have here today is, on top of being consistent, you have to do policy reviews. No matter what lead level you're at, tier 1, 2, or 3, policy reviews are essential. You can't take the client's word for it because they're not trained what to look for. They could get a cheeseball salesman who sells them something like a term when they think it's whole life, or they'll add the accidental death and the original base death benefit together, and the client thinks they have a $100,000 death benefit when it turns out to be only $50,000. So don't trust a client's word for it when they tell you that they're all set. Really dig in and ask them what it has, if it's a term. Ask them, if it has living benefits or if it builds cash value, and get them to talk about their current policy. And you're going to do one or two things. You're going to assign a purpose for that policy, like they were trying to replace income, pay off other debts and such, or they were looking to get extra coverage for their mortgage. So when they have an additional policy, make sure they bring that up and send you the first 3 pages so you can look at it and say, hey, if you're in a good spot, we're not even going to touch it. But if I can improve on this or save you money, you'd want to know about that, right? And that's how I wrote a big sale for over $5,000 annual premium on Wednesday. They had just met with a gentleman who signed him up with National Group Life, and I talked to them about the value of putting in something permanent because they were both in their 60s. The chances of them outliving their policy was huge. They saw the value. They liked the idea of a universal life, and that's why we made such a big sale, is because they were committed to that idea. So make sure you're not listening to your clients in a sense that you're not taking their word for it on their current policies, because we can always improve on it. All right. So keep finishing this month strong, push hard, no distractions so that you can hit your goal. We have like 8 days left to hit our goal. So congratulations to Danielle for hitting number 1, and you can betcha I'm coming back next week to take it back. Have a good one.
Hey y'all, Danielle Leifert here, direct to Jared Leifert, direct to Aaron Guetterman, and then to Art Leeser. I am number 1 for the week at 8 applications, over 10,900 AP for the week. And I did that 100% virtually, working from home, y'all. And that's the opportunity and blessing that we have here at TLG. And this week, so we still have contractors at the house. I actually had to move out of what is my office to the dining room. And I was like, oh my word, there's gonna be people going in and out, very distracting. And I was like, no, I'm gonna plan my success, stay super focused, and just stay in the zone. And that's what I did. I put my AirPods in, and if you don't have noise canceling AirPods or headphones, you gotta get some. They do wonders for your business. And you know, people will say, yeah, it just flowed for me that week. Like, it's just left and right, people were wanting to buy and get life insurance, and that's what happened for me. I had so much energy and excitement and expectancy, and I believe it's because I said, hey, all these obstacles and distractions around me, like, I'm not gonna give in. I'm just gonna get to work and stay focused. And a little bit about my week, I wanna get technical, because working virtually, you really have to book in tight. Same day, next day. And you know, all of us, the majority of us, morning of appointments, will send a Zoom reminder. We'll just say, hey, this is a reminder of your mortgage protection consultation today at 5 o'clock. I also will send a text 2 hours before my meeting, and I'll say, again, this is your reminder of your mortgage protection consultation today at 5 o'clock. Please have your driver's license for verification and any medications you currently take at the meeting. So those are my reminders. What I've added on this week is when clients accept my invitation for the appointment, so Zoom has an envelope icon where you click on and it messages the client. So what I did is clicked on that icon once they accepted the invite, and I said, we have received your confirmation. This time has been reserved exclusively for you. And I got that from my esthetician when I book a facial. Like, that's the message that I received back. And I don't think it's a coincidence that everyone that I booked, they showed up. Like, I had no shows this week. And so if that will help you a little bit, just adding a little bit, I feel like it added quality to my meetings. So if that helps you. But lastly, what I want to say is, you know, I've seen consistently in the top 5 people, you know, there's new ones coming on board, but there's also vets. But I've seen the people that have stayed in the top 5 consistently are the ones that are just all in. They go all in into our system, because, you know, we can teach you how to dial the phone scripts, book appointment, things like that. But really, the next part of the system is coming around this culture to our boot camps, our About TLGs, and our yearly conferences. Like last year at conference, I came home and I wrote 40,000 AP in the month. And I don't think that is a coincidence at all. Like, I tell people, like, you just have to get to these meetings, because I can't explain it. You just have to experience it. Like, when you're all in a room together, the energy and the excitement and the training and mentorship that you'll get, like, you got to get there. So if you're not registered for this upcoming boot camp, I don't understand why, because you're in this business and you're working for yourself and you're working for your family. And those should be the 2 priorities in your life. And I always say, anyone that labels a priority, it doesn't matter the obstacles or the distractions that they will get get to that priority. And it's the same thing, y'all. I just encourage you, make boot camp and all of our meetings and conferences a priority. Like, we do this specifically for you and for your success. So get to Raleigh on October 25th And you will see when you get back home such a huge and amazing difference in your business. And it's not a coincidence. It's because it's the system. The system is proven and it works, y'all. So have a great week, and I can't wait to see all y'all soon. Bye.